Welcome back to the Boyfriends channel. I'm starting today's episode. It's episode 5. We're all doing lovely.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2026.
How's everybody's New Year?
Great.
Oh, it's great. I just
Okay,
moved to
cool.
San Diego. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
San
you're in
Diego,
San Diego.
Joey.
It's awesome. It's awesome. It feels good to be out here. It's been raining like every day we got back. And every day is like moving stuff. Like I finally put the TV on the wall. It's just like there's boxes everywhere. Like if you could see this room, it looks crazy.
Percentage-wise,
but it's
how
great.
far
I mean, it's
moved in are
exciting.
you? Like, how
I'd say
far are
about-
you in?
Honestly, probably about 70%.
Okay, cool. So you
Well,
guys are almost
pretty
like
good.
done.
It's pretty good, but it's still like, I don't have like a side table on the bed. So like, it's like, where do I put like my glasses? It's just like, there's still like shit like everywhere.
It's a constant effort
Nice.
until you're moved in. Like, it's crazy how much work
It
takes.
really is. It really is.
Yeah.
But the big news is now that we're public with it, Paul.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I'm public with it.
Yeah.
I'm having a baby, everybody. I'm having a baby boy.
A little boyfriend.
A
The
little
tiny baby
boyfriend.
Dude, yeah, that's fucking crazy. Like, I haven't even seen Steen. Is Steen, like,
It's the best news ever.
is Steen showing?
She's bumping. I mean, she's showing. She's absolutely showing.
That's so cool.
Yeah. She's bumping. She's doing really good though. Like, she's kind of tired a lot, but
Well, yeah, she's
I mean,
fucking growing a human.
and
Yeah.
like, there's a baby in her. Yesterday we saw it.
That's awesome.
We saw it kick. Like we've felt the movements,
Oh.
but yesterday, like we saw it like protruding itself out the belly. It was crazy.
That's amazing. How far along is she now?
We're due in May.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
that's
and
fucking
yeah, man,
exciting.
it's a trip. It's pretty cool. It's crazy that like my son he'll say I was born in 26. Right? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
True.
He'll be born in the year 2026.
I mean, I guess that's
like,
weird.
It's just a
pretty
weird.
factual.
It's just weird. Like, and I was thinking, like, dude, when our grandkids, like, they're gonna say, like, dude, my grandpa was born in 1989. Like, that is gonna sound so. Like, you ever meet someone who's like, my grandma's born in 1890, and you're like, what the fuck? What is she, 1,000 years old? Like, and they'll be like,
Right.
yeah, my grandma was born in 1989. Can you believe that? Like, it's not even
Wow.
gonna make sense.
And
No, for
26
sure.
sounds old, like for us. Like, we have that context like 1926. It's
Exactly.
I
yeah.
thought
like
about
the 20s.
I thought about
Yeah.
that recently because my grandma, she's 87, and she was like, we had to like put her fucking birthday down for something when we were in Panama, and she was like, oh yeah, 1939, and I was like, 39?
39.
What? So much happened. Like, historically, so much has happened.
So much.
So
Yeah.
much has happened. She's
That's
seen it
fucking
all.
crazy.
I mean, she's literally seen the country completely change. That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
Panama. I mean, yeah, she's never been anywhere besides Panama, but yes. Yeah.
But even
She's
the
a
change we've
Panamanian
seen in
girl.
our life, I mean, the world changes so much and so fast. Like I don't know if we're really even processing the difference between
Well, it's-
our childhood. And
Well, I mean,
now.
we're having a podcast right now over the internet. Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, this was science fiction. This is science fiction shit when we were kids.
1,000% this is
Right.
science fiction. Yeah.
Like
This is
normally
some,
it'd be like, all right,
Orwell
next
shit.
Thursday we're gonna meet in so and so's basement. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
hangs were you having? In the basement?
You know,
Y'all
I
have friends
was
with
say-
basements?
I was saying it's like, yeah,
That's some white people shit.
play like N64 at my friend's house.
Yeah, and that Mario,
missed
that
that.
Super
It's, like, so
Mario
different.
looked crazy good.
Yeah, and it's like
To
you
this
have to have
day-
your one friend that's really good at it to help you out.
Dude, the first Mario N64, I remember that Christmas. That was the first Christmas I ever got like a Nintendo system for. I'd always wanted like a Sega or something, never got it. 64 came out, got it for Christmas. I just remember the feeling of playing something that was 3D for the first time, because to me that was kind of like my first 3D experience, and the camera. And if you
Yeah.
think about the UI for back then, like it was so seamless, like it felt like you were already, like your brain already knew how to deal with it. You know what I mean? I just remember being like, oh wow,
Yeah, it was very
this is
intuitive.
new, but I know what to do with this, Yeah, it was so cool. It's ahead of its
Yeah,
time.
So cool. I love that. You had that N64 experience. Like, so did I. Paul, did you have that? You were never.
No,
a
I
gamer
remember
like that, right?
Christmas 1998 or whatever. My cousin got it, and we're like, "Oh, cool, damn, I want it." And then we went into my grandma's basement and we played, like, we watched him play. We watched him play Mario, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. Damn. Lucky you, man. That's cool. Like, I got
What was your, like,
I got a
go-to-
new Slinky. It's pretty cool.
What was y'all's go-to game in like middle school, high school?
Well, dude, we would, because I didn't have it, when spring break or winter break, my mom would take us to Blockbuster and we'd rent one for the break. And we would we'd
I
each
remember
get
that.
like 2 games or something. And my favorite game, Clay Fighter.
Nice. Oh my god,
Bro.
I forgot about Clay
Oh.
Fighter.
Which
Clay
one, Paul?
Fighter.
Which one? Because there's 3 versions, and one of them is a Blockbuster exclusive. Are you talking about the director's
What does that
cut?
mean?
I
Did
don't
it have
know. I
different,
mean,
like-
it was Clay Fighter. Like, you could be I was always the like the pink or orange clay guy, but you could be Earthworm Jim. There was a
You were Taffy.
evil.
I actually know the character.
Yeah, Taffy. I was always I always chose Taffy. But there was like the evil snowman who would like say like, "Get him, little buddy," and like he would lift up his hat and a little snow guy would like punch you in the face
Yeah.
or something.
Bad Mr. Frosty.
Bad Mr. Frosty. So yeah, anyway,
Bro,
Clay
that
Fighter
game's a
was like
classic.
my game. What about you guys?
Oh, so good.
Perfect
I
Dark.
mean, I played so many games, to be honest with you. I love them all. But yeah, actually, Perfect Dark is probably in my top 5 ever. Like multiplayer
dude,
ever. JC, that
same.
game is the shit.
I would have like
What is
the
that?
homies spend the night, and we would play Perfect Dark for fucking hours. It was the best. Perfect Dark was basically GoldenEye 2, essentially. Like the better version of GoldenEye. Came out after GoldenEye. It was like in that Tomb Raider phase where they had like a bunch of like female leads. But yeah, it was so goddamn good.
So good. And all the
Perfect
bots and the different levels. Oh, and they had all the GoldenEye levels in there too, which
Oh.
was so cool.
Oh, really? So
Dude,
it's the same
yeah.
people who made
Yeah.
GoldenEye.
Mm-hmm.
Activision.
Pretty sure, yeah,
Is that
Rare, right?
Activision? Who or no?
I think it was Rare.
Yeah.
Ah.
Activision.
No,
Yeah.
Activision was Tony Hawk, and like the
It's like-
spike would go through the eyeball.
Activision was Tony Hawk.
I mean, yeah, Tony Hawk's
Yeah.
pro
But
The cool thing in
skater.
Perfect
awesome.
Dark,
Wow, what a game!
Yeah.
Sorry.
true.
Tony
Perfect
Hawk
Dark
2
though
was
had
great.
one of the first like really really good AIs. You could change the difficulty level of the AI. So me and the homies would go 4 people versus 1 AI and make him like the perfect AI. And we would just try to hide from him in the complex level. Like we wouldn't even fight him. We would just try to stay alive as long as we could. It was so fun.
That's so great.
Wow.
What a great game.
And then what
We
about
gotta
you,
get Perfect
Joey?
Dark.
What
We
was
gotta
your-
They have it. Well, my favorite game probably of all time was Super Metroid for Super Nintendo. That was like my favorite
Super
game.
Metroid.
But the thing about that game is that you only really play it once because it's so memorable. So it's not like I played it all the time.
Yeah.
But the one I would play all the time would be like Perfect Dark. I played like Marvel versus Capcom 2 with the friends a lot. You know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Oh, it's great. A lot of fighting
Love
games
Marvel
like
vs. Capcom.
Street Fighter, Tekken. I still play all those. I love all those.
You are a fighting
Yeah,
game boy.
So good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love
I play 'em all.
Street Fighter. Damn, what a game! There's
Yeah.
a new movie coming out, and like Andrew Schultz is in it.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
looks
I
awesome.
saw that.
It's like so bad it's gonna be amazing. I mean, but like they make it like kind of campy like that on purpose. It's good. I feel like they're leaning into it. So I feel like
Yeah,
it's gonna rule.
yeah.
I kind of hope so. Because I personally still love the OG Street Fighter with Homeboy, who was like, what's his name? Raul something, who's M. Bison. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. The old. I mean, I hated the old Street Fighter, but I mean that's just what it. That's
That's what it was whenever I was young. I just like remember renting the shit out of that movie.
There's a great YouTuber called Matt McMuscles, and he talks about all like the fucked up productions for movies and video games and stuff. And you would love it because we're all in production. So it talks about like how the producers are fighting to change directors and like all this crazy shit that happens to make certain movies possible. And he does a whole episode on the Street Fighter movie. You would love it.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
it's
I'll check
just
it out.
funny to see how it's made. Oh, it's so funny.
I never realized there was a Van
Yeah.
Damme movie.
That's the one. That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I fucking whenever I was a kid, I was like in Taekwondo, and I would rent the shit out of that movie, and I would watch it like 19 times in a day.
So you're talking about,
And then like later on,
Raul
yeah,
Julia.
yeah, he was in the first Addams Family. That's what most people know him from. He was the husband.
Uncle
What's his name?
Fester.
It's,
No, he's Uncle Fester.
Not Uncle
I
Fester,
think.
no.
Gomez.
Is he
he's
Gomez?
not Uncle
Gomez,
Fester.
right?
He's Gomez. He's Gomez in the original Addams Families. Raul Julia. Yeah, he was a great actor from like the early 90s
Oh,
and
the
stuff.
Adams
and,
Family
like,
movie.
I saw
Not the
the movie.
old
Yeah,
TV
sorry,
show.
the movie.
Yeah, the movie.
No, the OG
Yeah, not
movie
the old TV
from the
show.
90s. But I remember seeing an interview with him
Wow.
because he like unfortunately passed away of cancer in like the late 90s. But because he's like so good in this movie Street Fighter, I'm like, why is he so fucking good in Street Fighter? And I saw an interview with him, and he was saying because you know he's like nearing the end of his life, and his kids loved Street Fighter, and his kids were like, "Can you do this for us?" So he's like, "I'm gonna play it fucking straight for my kids." So he's like,
Oh, no way. That's
dude,
cool.
he's such a
Good for
goddamn
him.
good actor, and for him to be in this movie is insane. So like, yeah, you should rewatch it just knowing that he's like acting his fucking ass off. Like he's so good.
It's always so funny to see like a really good actor amongst like other people that are not. It's
For
like,
sure.
It doesn't happen all the time, but like, oh,
I mean, like fucking in Begonia with. Yeah. Did you see Begonia?
With who?
Joey?
oh, Begonia is probably my favorite movie. It's in my top like 10 favorite movies.
So
of
yeah,
all
it was
time.
so good, but we were
good.
saying like
Oh
Stavi
my
like
God.
is not good in it. I have to admit.
Yeah, he's the worst. He's
Who,
the, worst
the
actor
girl?
in them.
Stavros.
The cop.
Stavros Haikos or whatever. The cop, the stand-up comedian playing the cop.
Oh, I thought he was okay. I didn't like the main
Everyone was
actress
so
chick
good, he
was kind of
ruined it.
not great for me.
Oh, Emma Stone.
really?
was
Emma
not good
Stone.
for you.
No, not Emma Stone.
She's like the only.
Sorry,
female in the whole movie.
sorry. I was just thinking of another movie for a second, but no,
Like, I'm
Begonia.
thinking of Fern Gully. Sorry.
Yeah, I was thinking of Fern Gully. No, I don't know. I liked everything about it. I just thought it was perfect, and the ending. Oh my god.
Yeah, I loved it. It's
like,
cool.
Just
It's real
so
cool.
great. They're like, sorry, we couldn't contact you. You didn't have your hair.
Yeah. You didn't have your hair,
It's
dude. And then like
so
popping
fucking
of the
good.
firmament. Yeah, it was really nice. It was good.
What a movie. Oh my god.
It was really good. Okay, speaking of
Yeah.
amazing works of cinema, I want to start this show officially with this. Can you guys see this?
You found it? Oh,
You can hear
what
that?
the fuck is
Found it?
this?
Can you hear that?
I can
Yes.
hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You found it.
There he is.
There he is.
Oh,
That's Joey. I feel like doing something to Joey today. Yo, Joey, could you come here?
Okay, I'll meet you right in the back. I just gotta do something real quick.
Joey's so nice about it.
Joey, where did he go? Hey, what up?
Hey, what up? Let's do this.
This could be cut as like a dark moment, you know?
Joey, are you okay?
It's like the Begonia music.
I ate it. I remember it went down.
It's funny seeing it at like 6 frames per second or whatever.
Yeah, it sucks that it comes through like that.
Went right in my mouth.
Sorry, sorry about that. Sorry, Joey.
I remember what it tastes like. It was a lot.
He's like scared.
Is it safe to eat that?
You thought he was gonna hit you or something.
That was a good one. It couldn't have been down my throat more. I was like, yeah, no. I can barely breathe. Yeah, this is funny.
Paul, what do you think?
Well, I like that because this is what Joey's gonna look like in like 15 years when he has some gray hairs going on and stuff.
Oh, so you hear my throat, dude, Jarno, it's almost like you stuck the nozzle in my mouth. You were just like, Joey. I'm like, ah.
I felt so bad doing that because you were like, "Oh, Jarno needs my help."
Yeah, I'm like, I need to help him.
Well, you kind of like did. You helped this vlog a lot.
I'm glad I could help. Is that why you were wearing the glasses for protection?
You gotta be prepared, you know.
Oh, I know. I learned a lesson.
Can't wait to see that.
It shot like a laser beam in my
Dude, I totally forgot that he shoots you again. After all that, he
Oh, my
gets you
God.
again.
Oh, he's like, I feel kind of bad.
Yeah.
And then it's like, he just gets me 5 minutes later.
He's like, I feel so bad. By the way, I was messaging Jarno because I said we were talking. I was like, congrats on the movie. I'm so excited. And we were talking about it on the Boyfriends
Yeah.
podcast. And we had questions like, is it a narrative? Like, what is it?
Yeah.
So here's what he said. He said, we shot the movie during the summer and the fall. There's a narrative of us getting back together to film a movie at the Dudeson's ranch. Stunts and hidden camera are inside the narrative. And then in the Dudeson's world of course, things don't go as planned. And each of us also have our own character arcs. So like, it's kind of is like a narrative. It's like they got back together to make a Dudeson's movie and then everything goes wrong while they're trying to make this Dudeson's movie. And then that's kind of what is the Dudeson's movie.
I like
That's
that.
awesome.
I'm stoked to see it. Yeah, I really hope that they take especially for the character arcs, I hope they take a home invasion route where there's like besides seeing fucking dicks get hit, like I feel something, like I care for the character, you know?
Yeah,
that's what I
wouldn't
love
be
about home invasion.
surprised. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure there's going to be some deep elements to it. And probably like, some fan service to like see what they're doing now and all that. Like, so I love it.
And how does that work?
Is there going to be in English? Can we watch it somehow?
That was the next question I asked him, and he hasn't gotten back to me. I said, "Is it in English?"
They should do their own
be
dubbing because they can speak English.
Yeah,
like they should do it.
that's pretty
They
funny.
shouldn't be so
But
funny.
it'd be really funny to like dub over something. Like I don't speak two languages like that, but like to do your own self, like getting hurt, it'd be like, "Ow!"
Yeah.
Like,
Oof, ouch. Yeah, that's true. That's funny. Okay, Tartaria. Should we
That's
just
wild.
go into it? Did
Well,
I
did you
haven't
guys
watched
watch
the
the videos?
I didn't watch it.
JC, you had
Totally
weeks.
forgot. My bad.
Damn.
I was
that's
watching
funny. I
Begonia.
watched it
I
all.
watched Welcome to Derry. I saw so many things. Sorry.
So
Oh,
you
I
had
couldn't
time.
watch Welcome to
So you had
Derry.
the
I got
time,
like
is what
3
you're saying.
episodes in. It was
I did.
I don't know. It
Welcome to Derry.
was tough.
I was so into it. It was like really, really good like filmmaking. Like it's been a while since I've seen like good filmmaking on TV. Like everything is just fucking green
Yeah.
screen and stagnant shots and shittily lit.
They did try. Yeah, there are a lot of good shots
They
in
did
that
try.
for sure.
That's
They
the
did try.
review
I
on
just
the
couldn't,
poster.
I couldn't get down with
They did try.
but he only saw 3
Yeah.
episodes.
I never even saw
Well,
it.
yeah.
Well,
What's
first
your
of all,
favorite-
fuck all this. Like, oh, you got to get to episode 8. That's when it really starts. Like, be good. Episode 1. Don't like.
Episode 1 was good. I did like
Episode
episode
1 was great.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, it was awesome.
So, what is this show
Yeah.
about? I've never even heard of it.
It's just about it.
It, the
You know,
clown.
like Stephen King's It, the clown.
Pennywise.
Oh,
prequel, you know?
okay.
It-
So, all right. I wouldn't care.
Yeah,
I'm not big into that
Yeah.
horror genre.
yeah.
Honestly, I'm not either, but it was good. It was to me, it was solid storytelling and solid writing, and actually really fucking good acting for like children. I always get weirded out by kids acting, but like the kids were really fucking good. And there's like some cool like characters that are from like the Stephen King novels and bullshit like that. But it was I really liked it. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was way
Wow.
better than the last season of fucking Stranger Things. That's for goddamn sure. It's like Stranger Things. The last season of Stranger Things is like to me was like a play that you see at like a community theater compared to the one season of Welcome to Derry.
That's
Dude,
funny.
the ending. I mean, I never watched Stranger Things after like they did that season where they had like all those punk kids in the warehouse. I think it was like season 3 or something. Like I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. And then apparently, I bet it got better. But like you saw the ending of like the kid came out as gay. It's like at the end.
Dude,
it's, like,
he
in
came
the
out,
80s.
it took,
I don't
like,
know, man.
20
It's
minutes.
So ridiculous. It's like, come on.
I mean, a kid
And
coming out
nobody
as
called
gay.
him the F word. It's like the 80s.
Right. A kid coming out as
Like-
gay is fine. I think I got no problem with a character coming out as gay and having it be like a thing. But it's like they really made a meal of it, and it was fucking annoying. It took like 20 minutes for this kid to come out, and we're like, just come out, like just say it. And everyone's like crying, and he's like, we eat popcorn together and we
Yeah.
hang out. Like that's what
They
I
said
really
they took 12
didn't like.
hours to film that scene.
Dude. That's what I really didn't like.
To get
I
him to
didn't
try and
mind.
act good.
Yeah,
You didn't
Yeah.
mind what?
I didn't mind the last season though, but I hated moments like that. Like Stranger Things is a corny show. It's corny. It's cheesy. It's like let's go and it's whatever. But like at least those corny moments, they're quick. Like they did so much, like that the kid coming out, or like at the way end, JC, when like all the older kids are on the roof, like talking about their life, like for like 20 minutes. Like I didn't need any.
I don't
of
need that.
Like so, like being corny. I don't have a problem with corny. It turns out, but don't waste my time with corny. Be quick. Corny for a second, and then move on.
Yeah.
They did a kind of Game of Thrones thing where you take you build all these like elements of storytelling and then you just throw them out the last season just to get the fucking thing over with, and it's really fucking annoying. That was really bothersome. Also, I hate the lack of stakes.
Like, so there's a lot of loose ends.
Need to fucking
there's
die.
A lot of loose ends and stuff. That sucks.
There's just so much shit that was like set up for like over 3 to 4 seasons, like arcs that are like set the fuck up, or like even like villainous things that are set up and then they just kind of like throw them away right at the end. And also, yeah, again, stakes. There's no like I felt at no point in the last like 20 to 30 minutes of that show did I feel like, oh fuck, someone's gonna die. You know, like people just need to die. Like I this fear of killing off main characters needs to end just to like make people happy on fucking Twitter. It's annoying. Needs to end.
Yeah. It worked for Walking Dead. I mean, shit. It worked for other shows like Lost and stuff.
Yeah. Lost the kids should have died.
Lost is. Yeah, exactly, completely. But I feel like Lost got ruined by.
Died. Sorry.
Just because
you wouldn't have seen it coming, you know? You'd be like, oh no, he just came out and now he's dead.
It'd be funny if it happened like in the middle of
like he didn't even get to kiss a boy. Yeah, like I mean, you're right. For no moment was I like, oh no, I don't know if they're gonna succeed or not. It's like obviously they're gonna do it. They're gonna beat a giant monster. They're like, oh, let's go hide over there. You know, that's like they want to run to like the top of a mountain like 4 miles away. They're like, let's run over there quick. Like it's crazy.
Dude, yeah, 6 kids with little guns.
Yeah, I saw a clip of one of the girls holding a gun and she loads, you know how like she's holding the rifle and then she reloads it by like just like on the top where that's the sight, like where you look through, but she takes her hand and like kind of cocks the sight like she's like reloading the gun. And it's like the people on set not even know how fucking guns work. It was it was like ridiculous. She like loaded also, the top, like that's where you look through.
And like 3 or 4 scenes like, prior to that, like this fucking dude like sent his like death dogs to kill people, but then there's like no death dogs in this terrain. Like also, yeah, you're not gonna like 7 kids are not gonna take out a 19,000 foot monster. Like it's this giant like spider, and like that's who takes it out. It was annoying. The whole thing's fucking annoying. Also, like, yeah, I don't know. I hate
so the guns worked too. So that I knew they used force power. So it's force power and guns, and all that just kind of worked.
It's force power and guns. Like the main monster kind of distracted and weakened it. Go ahead.
But also, like inside of the monster, it's being like, quote unquote, like there's this dude who's like kind of running the monster too, and he's fighting with 11 inside the monster. So it's like she's doing most of the damage, but like the kids are just shooting the exterior spider monster. I don't know. It was fucking stupid.
It actually sounds kind of lit when you guys are talking about it. It sounds actually kind of cool. I guess it just wasn't in execution.
I did not hate
the clips
all of
I saw. Looked.
I did not hate all of it.
Okay.
There were little things I was like, huh. But mostly I hated when they wasted my time with like some just like really drawn out long self-indulgent scene. Yeah, a long talk.
Mm.
Let's get going. You know.
In every scene I saw, it was like 11 people on screen at once. It's like, does everyone just hang out in a group like that?
Yeah, they really took advantage of having like cast members on set. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big group.
It just seemed like a lot of people.
It's a lot. And then, yeah, what I was like, too, actually, what I did expect, because, okay, you defeated the monster, you defeated Vecna, but you still have the military to deal with. Like, what are you going to do? What are they going to do? Mm-hmm. But then it was like, oh, that's like, it was not, they didn't do anything. There was no issue, really.
Yeah.
I mean, like 11 died, and so I guess the military didn't care after that, and they all went home. Like, that was a little weird.
That's how most military projects work. They once the kids start dying, everyone's just like, oh, we should do that. So she died at the end? Oh, maybe we shouldn't say that.
Well, okay, spoiler alert. She did, but like maybe she's survived, but she probably died.
It's ambiguous.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Okay.
It was funny
that no one died. The main character died. That's good.
The one girl, the 11 did maybe die, but one of her friends from Chicago, from the thing you hated, comes back this season, and she dies, and like nobody cares. Everyone's like, thank God we're all okay. Like, thank God. Oh my God, thank God we're all okay. And it's like, no one's like, well,
True.
a girl just died. And it's like, no, but not
Oh
a
my
main
God.
character. Like, we're okay.
Oh,
Primary,
here's my thing, too.
principal cast.
That's
we're
so
still
funny.
fine.
Also, like, these kids are so fine killing military members. Like, there's in the whole like last season, these kids kill at least 5 human adults each, and at no point are they like traumatized by it. They're just like, yeah, we just had to kill a fucking officer. You know what I mean? Like, that happens a lot.
Trying to
Oh, speaking of
normalize
which,
attacking.
I'm going to
officers.
it's so funny you just said that because I just got a text. I'm going to this is interesting. I'm going to a death cafe tomorrow.
What?
I'm going to a cafe.
What does that entail?
So there's a neighboring town, San Pancho. There's this cafe that I think it's like second Saturday of the month, they have this like meetup for people who are grieving or have had loss and don't know how to speak about it, to talk about death, to make it more of a like palatable and easier thing to like talk about and get out. And yeah, I was like, two of my friends are grieving, so I was like, asked me if I wanted to go. I'm like, you know what, sure, for the experience. And also, there's been some passings in my life, especially like in the past year, that I just haven't, I think, taken the time to think about and actually speak out loud about, because I just really don't have anybody to talk about with that. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll go try and go do that and see how that goes. Yeah. Death Cafe, really interesting.
Well, that's nice.
How's the coffee?
Yeah, that's so interesting. Yeah, how's the coffee?
I hope it's killer.
dark roast.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
We'll see.
That's
I'll
kind of
let you
nice.
know.
Like, so
Yeah,
it's
that
like a
is
group
cool.
therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
kind
interesting.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, prepared to open some wounds that I haven't even like thought about. So I'll let you know how it goes.
But it's funny. Everyone's like hyped up on caffeine while like grieving. You know, like I really miss my dad. I think I think he was a good dad. Like I just don't know how to feel about my dad. You know, like everyone's like hyped up. So just
like,
drinking so
tears
much
me up.
coffee. You know, like.
We'll see. Should be a fun thing.
Like, anybody else hot? I'm sweating. I don't know.
Yeah, so let's do a shot to so and so, and it's like espresso shots.
Yeah, just espresso. Yeah, one more. Hey, we didn't do one for my aunt. It's like,
another
okay,
round.
one more. Here we go. Woo, yeah, just like sweating.
I don't think I could take another one.
No, I don't know. No real plans. But wait, are we not going to talk about Tartaria at all? Because JC didn't watch the thing.
Well, Paul, why
me in.
don't you give us your thoughts then? Yeah, fill me in, because I've
Can we
seen
take the
all
screen
that.
away? Can
It
we go
is-
back to like 3s in the screen? Just because you guys look like little glitchy robots to me.
I mean, yeah, I can stop sharing.
There we go. Cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
What's the
Yeah,
gist?
what do you think?
Well, I watched the Rumble video.
Are you pro?
There's 2 videos. Did you watch both?
2 Rumble
2?
videos.
Or no, I sent 2 videos. One was like,
Oh, yeah, I
of
did watch both.
specific spots.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I did
cool.
watch both. Okay, so the basics thing is nobody could have built these things in that time, in the time frame that they claim they're built. Right?
Right.
That's the claim.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. Yeah.
But what's the timeline? So when explorers, maybe in the 1600s, first came upon these buildings, they were all there. But did they destroy? Were there more? Or was there just this one building in the middle of nowhere?
No, they were everywhere. It was almost like a worldwide civilization. That's why the buildings are
so
all over the world.
Most of it got destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How? Or when?
Well, a lot of it's. Well, see, this is where like we don't really know, but a lot of it's buried. Like a lot of these buildings are just like visibly underground, like for large portions of it. Even like the White House, like we're talking about buildings like this. It's like, dude, if you look in the news articles, it was like maybe in 20 something. It's like they found extra layers under the White House. It's like all these buildings just keep going lower, like the pyramids and stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's so a lot of these buildings are just like buried, but a lot of them are destroyed purposely, like in world wars and stuff. That's why like Dresden was like just obliterated, because there was like a whole bunch of like neoclassical architecture there. And then, in places where you can't really explain, like look at that, like, it's just like all over the map. So they would purposely destroy buildings after they utilized them, like,
but only
a lot
some of them.
Schools, a lot of them. So they destroyed so many that they can only leave ones that they could like justify actually building. You know what I
So
mean?
the
That's why,
ones they
like, each
destroyed were
city-
even bigger?
bigger or more ornate, or they just couldn't explain like how this town had all these big buildings. It'd be like this town has like a courthouse, and they have like a capitol, but like it wouldn't make sense for the town to have more architecture than that. And in like it's a lot of towns, it's like even smaller towns would have like giant White House buildings, and they would use it as like a high school, and then they would destroy it in like the 60s or something, say there was a fire, and rebuild like a shittier high school, just to be like, because if people were to look into it, they'd be like, well, there's no way that they could have built this high school before 1960 because there was only like 30 kids here.
But,
you know, it's like,
but you're like, they destroyed some, not all. Only
I would
because
say most. I would
they
say
destroyed
almost
most, left a few, only because otherwise they would have to admit that they found it,
Yes.
right?
Or or like they're lying about it, or there's
So what's the
Pl-
problem
plenty
with
other
admitting
reasons,
that
yeah.
they found it? Like, what's the
well, it's almost like claiming something that's not yours. So it's like if you look at like you know, a lot of buildings that are owned by people, it's like maybe you could argue that, you know, it's not really their property, you know. And you know, and then the lie's been going on for so long. And you know, part of me actually believes that this is why public buildings are still available to the public. That's why you can go into any Capitol building in any state right now. You can go into like courthouses. You're allowed to go into these places. That's why you see videos of like people harassing like Congress people like at work. It's like, how do they even get it? Because you're allowed in these buildings.
right?
And I think that's part of why they allow certain buildings, because it's like, okay, well, we can still like let people like access them because they are founded for the most part. But not all of them. I mean, there's like private businesses and
Well, yeah,
manors
not all. I
and all
mean,
kinds of stuff.
making them public
Yeah.
would have nothing to do with if they're old or not old. I mean, when do you think they were built? Did the Native Americans use them?
That's actually a really good question right there with the Native Americans. So the Native Americans, this is where it gets really hard to explain. But first off, Native Americans, they all talked about giants too. Like I know we talked about giants.
People have
before.
talked about giants.
They all spoke about giants. And a lot of them speak about like underground things, and they all talk about a flood too, which is like really up there. So I mean, it's hard for me to explain like Native Americans, but like I guess if you were asking me like what I think, it's like a lot of these cowboy movies, like cowboys versus Indians, like that frontier time, like that almost seems like a psyop. Like whereas like cowboys, Indians, and all that stuff, it's because like that kind of stuff technically wouldn't really exist in this like world of it happening like the way that we wanted it to, like how we just like wiped out all the Indians. It's like, who's to say that they weren't co-opting these buildings, you know, or
Wait,
doing
what's
other
not
things.
what's not true? There were not Native Americans here when Europeans arrived.
No, I believe that there were,
and the
for
Native
sure.
Americans lived like in tents and like hunted and had bow and arrows but didn't have guns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's all like you could actually trace all that, like, you know,
And so
like lineage of the
so
tribe. That's all like legit.
but all these buildings were around. The Native Americans would live in them, or they'd live in tents. You're saying there's whole cities worth of like ghost towns of Capitol buildings, basically just everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
destroyed by Europeans once the Europeans got here.
Well, they would be destroyed purposely, like in they would say there were like battles, like a civil war destroyed a whole bunch of them in America, at least.
Yeah, I mean,
That's why
wars
it's like all the
destroy
Civil
buildings for sure.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of them,
you're
but
saying
if you look at a lot
so
of
many
buildings,
were just destroyed. Like you show up in some small town and it's like destroy all the buildings, keep that one, and we'll call it the Capitol building, right?
Kind of, yeah. Honestly,
so
and then places
Europeans
that they
did
really,
that, and at that time, these are just empty. This is a whole city of empty buildings.
Well, Europeans is a really interesting word, because the people in the photos that you look at with these buildings when they're founded, they're all like, I don't know if you've seen these old videos, but they're all like wearing black trench coat. They're all wearing like the same thing. They're all like in black, kind of standing around these buildings.
But
don't
that's
look
kind of
like
how people. There
construction
wasn't a
people.
lot of unique clothing back. Like if you look at any old photo, people kind of just dressed in like suits and whatnot. They didn't really. It's not like I got a T-shirt on, you got a tie-dye overalls on. So what do you mean they weren't
yeah, it would be-
European because
it-
they had black coats?
Well, it would be those people. Like, and then so if you look back, if you go back to those times and like what kind of people these are, it's like they're all like part of like secret societies and like things like that. It's like, you know, like the Freemasons. It's like George Washington was a Freemason. Like all these people are involved in, you know, societies and secret groups. And so the thing is, when you're taking over a country and when you're starting, sorry,
it's okay. You're like,
but when you're starting like a whole new nation like that, you know, you can rewrite history.
yeah.
You know,
So
and you can just say whatever.
so you got a whole city of Capitol buildings.
A whole country full of cities. with
Okay, let's
Capitol
just take one city. You got a whole city full of Capitol buildings. They dismantled them all or buried
Actually,
them all.
This,
I mean, you couldn't bury them all because you would have to. They had to flatten. Like, there's one there, so it's not like it's there on top of a hill or there like in a sunken earth. So like, if they were all in a city, everyone thing would have to be cleared out, right? So these guys cleared out a whole city's worth of Capitol buildings.
That's what the World's Fairs are, or the World Expos.
Are what?
And that's why they had them in every city. In every major city, they had a World's Fair, where they said they built the fair in a year, and then they destroy like 90% of it, and they only keep a few buildings. And then the ones that they keep, they say that people liked so much during the fair that they just rebuilt for real. That's why it's like Chicago still has some buildings from their World's Fair.
So
in San Francisco, like that thing that's on the water, you know, that's from their World's Fair. It's like, you know, they just keep some of it.
The Chicago thing is for sure bullshit. The World's Fair was not anywhere near where the Field Museum is. It was like south more in a different area of the city. And so the claim that like, oh, that was built for the World's Fair, but then got taken down and rebuilt, that's just kind of people getting a little confused. I think what it was
So you're saying they
some of the artifacts from the World's Fair were, I think, put on display over at the Field Museum. But they didn't build it for the World's Fair and then leave it up or replace every brick or whatever. Like, it's not even in the same place as the World's Fair. But I can't find photos of the construction that are like, oh, that's the clearly the, you know, like it is hard to find some photos that would really like you would think maybe are there or you wish were there, you know, but there's also just not that many photos from the late 1800s either. It's not like today where you're taking a photo every second.
Right. No, and you're right. So I can't speak specifically for that building in Chicago, but I do know that they also say, and this is crazy, that they've transported buildings from one location to another, which I've never heard of in modern day. But they'll be like, yeah, we moved this building to this location. So that's actually a common thing in these Wikipedia like stories for like the building. They'll be like, yeah, we moved it. There was even one story where it was like on water and then they moved it to land or something. It was like just crazy stuff that we really couldn't even do today.
No, buildings do get moved. I mean, like,
I'm sure, but like these are stone, like tons and tons and tons, like heavy buildings that are very like right angly and stuff. It's like you can't. It's just it would be too hard. It's not like a wooden or even a brick.
Okay,
house,
but how
you know?
easy is it to dismantle an entire city of Capitol buildings? Okay, so in a place where there's a Capitol building, that is like there's no way people. So you're saying maybe 5,000 years ago, I don't know, at the time there was how many? 100 of them, 1,000 of them in like this city that got destroyed? How many?
Well, I would say each major city that has like a Capitol building,
Yeah.
I would argue that each city right now in the United States that is a capital of that city has a similar building like that. But also, if you look at each city, they're built in a way where not only are they connected underground to the major other buildings, but they're built in a way that it kind of spreads out from like the capital, like, you know. So I would say that it wasn't like infinite cities like everywhere. I'd say that they were just very large cities.
Large cities of buildings that are Capitol building style, right?
Yes,
Because you're
that
saying
type
this
of-
wasn't a
that type of
Capitol
style,
building.
yeah.
It was just a building. It was just a regular building built by these giants or whatever. And then they took it. So at that time, there were many buildings just like it all over that city. How many buildings would you guess? 100 more?
If you look at like the Chicago's World Fair, I'd say something like that. I'd say something, or like any of the World's Fair buildings. So it's just like, I mean, it's miles of just stonework. Even if it was temporary, even if they built these like fairs temporarily, it's still like, I mean, dude, it's like stories tall. And I don't know if you've been into a Capitol building lately, but it's like, it is just crazy in there. We go to one at pretty much every city we're in just to go into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's wild. It's like, it's a whole nother world. Like, I mean, there's, I mean, dude, there's detail on like the door hinges, you know, it's like they didn't miss a beat on any of these buildings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're very detailed buildings. It's quite a feat.
Mm-hmm.
People don't make buildings that style anymore.
But they don't even go, but back in those days, they didn't even go to college or anything. And they're everywhere, all across the.
Well, there was no architecture
they didn't
college,
learn.
but learning architecture was like, it's a trade. You would have like a apprenticeship with an architect. You learn, like there were architects back then. There were people who knew a trade, learned a trade. You don't go to college for it, but you do.
But to
people
be
were
so similar
learning
in
things.
style, but to be so similar in style across, you know, the entire country and the world, you know, and not really have any imperfections on each of them, with like very little to go off of with the actual building companies and the people that built it. There's like, you can find the building companies, but you can't find like, you can find some of like the master builders, but they're pretty much made up for like just the stories. It's like they did like one building in Chicago and then like another building in like a whole nother state, and it's just like, okay, and they don't even really look alike sometimes, and it's just the same story like all over the place. And nobody, you know, there's no like real world accounts. It's like, yeah, my grandfather built that building, or, you know, or there's no like, you know, stories like that.
Yeah. So the stuff that is compelling is like, you're right. I don't know how they did that. And yeah, they say they did it in like 2 years or whatever. Like that's quite a feat to complete in 2 years. But it's also possible that 2 year info is incorrect. I mean, why is that not possible? That it actually took 10 years and someone wrote 2 and they just stuck with 2. Like that's a lie. Like that could also be
I agree.
Incorrect information. It just seems like it doesn't make a lot of sense that there were maybe thousands of these giant buildings. Let's destroy all but one in every city, which that's a lot of work. Who did all that? How many Europeans were here to dismantle an entire city of brick buildings? And there's not just piles of rubble everywhere. They got them out. They cleared them out or buried them, took them all somewhere. That's a big feat too. So who did all that?
Secret society called the Brick Boys. They came in first.
The Brick Boys. The Brick Boys gang came in.
Well, I mean, there is one called the Stonemasons, you know, which is like literally.
How many stonemasons would it take to dismantle 1,000 buildings in San Francisco?
They did have explosives. They did have explosives. And then that's why it's like when you look at like the Civil War rubble and stuff, it really is like rubble, and it's like it looks like it was just exploded. And a lot of the cities that burnt down, they were made of stone. Like stone doesn't burn. Like that's why your fireplace is made out of brick.
No,
like,
stone doesn't. So this
stone.
was another thing I took issue with. Like stone doesn't burn. But a stone building has wood in it too, and you can burn that building down and it will fall down. The stone won't like turn to ash, but the building will fall down. I mean, if you burnt, you know, you can burn down a building that is mostly made of stone. If there's wood, there's still wood in the building too.
I would argue not much, because the wood was used, if from going off of what they were saying, as like lattices and like ways to like kind of place the stone. Because again, they didn't have cranes or anything. So like they would have had to get the cranes up with like wood and wires and stuff. And so the buildings
they had cranes.
Primarily were made out of like the limestone mix.
So they burned it down with what? how'd they burn down these stone buildings?
I would argue that they blew them up with like dynamite, which they had. They had dynamite, a lot of it. And so I'd say they go and just blow up these buildings with dynamite. I think it was a common thing to destroy buildings back then or destroy things with dynamite. I mean, that's what you did. Like if trains were out of service, it would blow them up in shows and stuff. It's just like, yeah, I would say dynamite. Cannonballs, they had cannonballs. I think some cannonballs can explode on impact.
So why not keep more buildings up and say we built a bunch of them, or take them all down and say nothing was here?
Well, I mean, again, if you're rewriting history and you don't want people to like aspire to greatness, or you want to, you know, control things, you want to be the ones building the building. So I guess they could have just left all the buildings and co-opted all of them and be like, this is my city. But I'm under the belief that there were so few people there that they were like, I mean, like, okay, let's just talk about maybe San Francisco, for example. It's like after their World's Fair, there was only 2 buildings left after the Great Fire. And after the World's Fair, so they took the World's Fair down, and then there was a fire. So like basically at one point the whole city's destroyed. And before that, you could look at maps and there's like an entire ass city. Like I'm talking like everywhere, like all that architecture. It's a whole city. But by the end of the fire and after the World's Fair, there's like only 2 buildings pretty much left, and they were like right in the middle, and they were owned by like the stonemasons. It's like on Mason Street in San Francisco. So it's like, you know, I don't think there was an ass ton of people back then. And actually there's a lot of data to show that there wasn't a lot of people back then. Like very less population than, it's like hard to even imagine like so few people in the country.
Right.
Like 1,000 people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean there were like, you know, populations were really expanding west and really taking off, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, so like I said, some of it is compelling and I can't explain. And it's like, yeah, I would love a better explanation of that, because yeah, that is weird. But the video didn't leave me being like, okay, for sure, San Francisco was actually a whole city built thousands of years ago, and then they blew it up in the 1800s and then rebuilt it all, or it just doesn't seem like I don't get the exact motivation. Like,
dude, I don't get it either. That's the whole coinky.
No, but I don't get the narrative that you're laying out either. Is like they destroyed all the buildings. Why?
I mean, that's a good question. I
like as soon as they found it, they were like, oh shit, someone's gonna find this. We got to destroy it all, and then pretend. No, it was like, this is a full city. There is a city of San Francisco. It exists. Oh, but it's the 1800s, and we should destroy it because people are going to eventually figure out we didn't make it?
Kind of, yeah. In a way, yeah. I mean, that's why it's like if this country, this country is founded by, Christian white guys, right? But then you look at all the architecture and these like Capitol buildings, and there's like no Jesus in any of it. Like you look at the ceilings, it's all angels and stuff. But there's no like Jesus stuff in any of these buildings. It's all like it's just like it's very different type of imagery. It doesn't really make sense in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I mean it's really weird. It's the Greco-Roman style, which was popular at that time. And like and for our democracy.
But remember at that time it was like that was super popular, but it's like the people that they say inhabit the United States were like frontiers people. Like if you look at like Abraham Lincoln's like house and stuff, it's like these are like log cabin people, It's like it's rough. And so
well, I mean, I live in just like a basic ass house, but there's like a huge city in Tucson or in San Diego or Los Angeles, like just because I'm living in a small house has nothing to do with what, like, if everybody like the maximum that is possible. I mean, if you look at, okay, so what about Rome? Who built Rome? Which these are.
I believe it.
Go ahead.
I mean, I believe a lot of it is kind of the. I mean, I would argue maybe even the same people.
So the Romans found Rome. They found the Colosseum. They didn't build it.
okay, so this is where it gets really dodgy, and I have a video that kind of explains a lot of this, but there's like that I need to find. But the timeline when you start going even further back even gets weirder, right? And then so like they say like like you've heard of the Dark Ages.
Mm-hmm.
They basically were like, oh yeah, nothing happened,
1100s or something like.
Yeah, there's like 1,000 years where apparently nothing happened, and think about 1,000 years of nothing happening.
Oh.
It's like, they say that nothing was. Oh, can you hear me?
What do you think of all this, JC? Where are you leaning?
I don't know. It's fun to like hear about. I guess I gotta watch the Rumble video because I feel very lost and yeah. But I feel like a lot of these things are just sometimes just the product of people on the internet and not necessarily historical fact.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. I mean, because they like refer to Wikipedia articles sometimes. It says, "Oh, Wikipedia says this was built in 2 years." That's not possible because how do these people? But it's like, yeah, how good is that data? Is like so.
I like the little like coincidence facts or whatever that I hear because sometimes I've seen like little videos where I'm like, oh yeah, that is interesting. Why haven't we talked about that? Why don't we think about that? But
or they're like, how did people do this? That's a good question. Would be quite an undertaking to do.
Why are the doors that big?
So okay,
sure.
Yeah. Do you think that's for giants? Because that's another thing that this thing goes into is these giant doors.
It's funny because there's certain things that I hear in life that I know we all take as tales, like tall tales, but there's something ancient in me that feels that it's not. And for some reason, I don't know, giants is a thing that just feels like, oh yeah, they were around or probably still are around somewhere. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the Bible talks about giants, but like,
for sure.
But if you're 5 feet tall and you see a guy who's 8 feet tall, a whole army of
That's
8 foot tall people, do you call them the giants? Like the Nordic people were a lot taller than people in Mongolia. So if the Nordic people show up and they say, dude, these were fucking, got to watch out for the giants. They'll fuck you up.
Yeah, it's like
they're really strong
like
and they're giants.
Showing up to the like Mayans. Like, whoa, the giants are here.
Yeah. Or like Shaq, like if you saw Shaq and everyone in your village is 5 feet tall, you're like, holy fuck, this guy's a giant. Or are they giants that are like 20 feet tall?
15, 20 feet tall. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Not just like some tall dude. Not some like gladiator guy.
Not an 8 foot tall guy.
Yeah.
So
what?
What makes you think that? It's just a feeling you have, or what makes you think like we're not talking just an 8 foot guy?
Just a feeling. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
I couldn't. Yeah, just something that I've heard. I'm like, oh yeah. I don't know. Cool. Yeah, that's real.
An interesting thing. Well, there is a whole like thing about how the Smithsonian destroyed a lot of bones and people were finding giant bones, and then would destroy them because they didn't want people to think there were giants. But I don't know what. I don't fully get it. Like, wouldn't you like so why? What if we thought, oh, there used to be giants walking around? Like, would it change much?
I don't know.
Or people just hate that much to be wrong, like the same way my instincts are like to not believe what Joey's telling me. It's because like I don't want to have been wrong the whole time. Is that just such a strong instinct?
Especially. No, I think it's a strong. I mean, no, I don't think so. I think that scientific ego is a very big part of what happened to like earlier history, especially in the States and especially in the museum community, I would assume. But I also don't know. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
It makes me think of like science, like a peer-reviewed papers. It's like I could discover something tomorrow and it actually be like a factual thing, but like the scientific community wouldn't give a fuck about me until I like get it peer-reviewed. You know what I mean? So like, there's like, I don't know. I feel like it's like that. You know what I mean?
Right, and they can, if it like goes against their research that they've been doing forever, they'll probably say like this is bullshit. Versus being like, oh wow, maybe I've been wrong this whole time. I should look into this.
1,000%. I feel like without human ego and without commerce in general, we'd be way further when it comes to most like technologies, especially like health things
we were talking about giants, Joey, and like what it would be the motivation to not tell people that there used to be giants. Like, what is the harm? And we're wondering if
that's easy.
Okay, go ahead.
That's the easiest question to answer because it would also help prove the Bible to be correct, and then the Book of Enoch and all the ancient stuff. Anything to disprove the Bible is pretty much the goal for a lot of it, because giants are mentioned in the Bible, but it's also mentioned in every culture. So I mean,
yeah,
I think it's
so
a weird
it
one to
wouldn't be
hide.
just to disprove the Bible. Then, I mean, what
I would say that would be the main reason, yeah. For everyone, because like if you look at like China in other countries like that don't want religion, it's like, you know, I would say that if the world were to be run by like people at the top, I would feel like that would be a really easy consensus to be like, all right, if we're going to control people, we don't want them to know about giants because they could have seen themselves as greater beings than just like monkeys randomly on some planet that are like, you know, because like the way they tell us right now is just like we're made by accident, we're monkeys, like we're all this like stuff. But it's like if we came from giants and like things like that were true, it's like people would aspire for more, and they can't really have that in controlled societies. And it's like, yeah, America is bad, and it is, but it's still like light years, I would say, better than other countries that are oppressing their people. And like that would just be an easy one to be like,
but the people
giants
like
aren't real.
The Smithsonian people who supposedly have like squashed any evidence of giant bones, you're saying they were like Satanists, or they were just part of the elites, didn't want anyone thinking the Bible was true, while the whole population thought the Bible was true already?
Yeah, well, it's more about like
lost him
I guess
again.
people don't want to talk about giants.
Stumped him.
It's too close to the truth.
I won. No, but like I don't think I'm not buying that. Like, because this is at a time where most people did think the Bible was true. Like that's why evolution was so controversial to be taught, because it's like, what? So we're just animals? We're just like every other animal? Like we're not like sort of divine in any sort of way? Like that's why people were so upset. But that's in like the 1800s. I mean, yeah, when was that?
For sure.
1900s? I think that's in the 1900s when evolution was like on trial. Like, were you allowed to teach it in school?
Oh, not sure. I don't know. I feel like now things are so backwards nowadays. I feel like I was like, guys, right now, I don't know what to fucking tell you.
I remember I just listened to a podcast about it, but I forget the year. But
About evolution being on trial.
yeah, it was the 20s through the 60s. But the like yeah, I think it was in the 60s that the trial was like, are you like because states were making laws where teachers were not legally allowed to teach evolution. And
1925.
was the trial?
Yeah, the Scopes monkey trial in Dayton, Tennessee. Charged with violating the state's Butler's Act, which prohibited the teaching of the theory of the evolution of public schools. Yeah. Darwin on trial. Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, like this is so.
I don't think we're from here. That's my take on that. I don't think human beings are from like, we're not like OGs from this planet. That'd be my take.
Panspermia.
Yeah, maybe that, or
like
placed.
Yeah, placed, maybe mated with native apes or something.
For sure. Or if I'm like, let's say I'm part of like let's say I'm a human being from where, like maybe somewhere else closer to the center of the galaxy where humans actually exist or some shit. And there's like, oh yeah, well, we're going to find terrestrial places to keep, expanding. Like I would just, drop a couple people off here and then eventually what's going to happen, that's what I think. That's, I think how humans got here. But us being like, descendants of apes and or, coming from Earth specifically, like, nah, we ain't the OGs. I don't think so.
I have that thought a lot too. Yeah, I mean, we're so different, and also we're like not comfortable here. We're like we don't just survive.
No matter what iteration, because the iteration of humanity getting to technology has probably happened many times, and the irony is that we're always trying to dip. Like no matter what, we're trying to dip. So yeah, I think that we come from like a celestial celestial seafarers, so to speak. But like I think that's what humanity really is or comes from.
I think this thought often as well, but I don't know. It's not impossible. I mean, millions of years is a long ass time, and if at one point some monkeys started eating mushrooms and expanding their mind and their like consciousness, we might end up where we are.
Maybe. Oh, well, are we still not? Am I tripping? Or are we still not missing the quote unquote missing link when it comes to the step evolution of primate to Neanderthal?
We don't. Yeah, we're. Well, we're not Neanderthals. We know that. Oh, here's Joey. Hello.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Joe.
Dude, I don't know what's going on. My internet is just like not working.
They lied to you. You don't have good internet.
You've been talking about giants too much.
This Cox internet. It's like, dude, my options were Cox or Starlink, and I went with Cox. Such a faggot.
Yeah. I could have guessed you would have chose that.
Dude. All right. Well, look, I'm really, I can't join. I don't know what to do. I think you guys should just end it. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. We'll pick it up.
Yeah.
No worries.
We'll pick it up next
we'll
time.
pick it up.
Okay. And I'll have my internet work. I don't know what to tell you. It just isn't working.
It's all right. That's what you could tell me. Tell me that. Okay. Well, should we just sign off here while we got you? And I mean, JC and I were talking about giants and panspermia and the stoned ape. We were really getting into it. So we're gonna have to really pick this up next week.
Yeah. You guys can keep talking and I can comment on what you guys talked about.
Well, but you can't hear JC. You'll only hear me.
Oh.
Yao Ming.
Well, I mean, you guys can continue talking in the video and I'll watch it.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe we'll do some closing thoughts, and then it's been like an hour, so we'll do some closing thoughts, and we'll pick it up next week, folks.
Okay, my bad, dude. I this sucks. I was like, what the fuck? I'm just sitting here.
It's okay.
So
it's all right.
All right.
No worries.
All right. Well, I love you guys.
Love you too.
All right. I'll talk
Love
to
you too,
soon.
Joe.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Well, all right. Let's kind of wrap this up. I mean, so. Yeah, perhaps we're from another planet. Perhaps we're from this planet. Maybe giants existed. Dude, I wanted to get into elongated skulls as well. You heard about elongated skulls?
Yeah, but there's also tribes in Africa that do that to their children whenever they're young, right? Like they like put the bands in their heads and you can elongate the skull over like a period of time and that's like considered beauty in certain tribes. So A, they could be that, but also B, yeah, maybe finding them willy-nilly is interesting too.
Well, there are these sarcophaguses or whatever, I think in Egypt. I heard this on the Joe Rogan podcast. The guy was talking about it. So take it with Joe Rogan salt. But take it with a grain of creatine. But like they can scan things without opening them up. So they're looking at the bodies in these sarcophaguses and they have elongated skulls and like they're just kind of weird. Like it's like I don't know. And the guy on it, this was an episode Joey told me to watch actually because it's like a guy talking about all this ancient stuff. Which for the record, I believe we don't have a full history of the whole world and all of civilization. I'm just not fully buying all this stuff about Capitol buildings.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But I do completely believe that they're past civilizations and like the pyramids were probably built maybe 20,000 years ago for all I know. Like, so, or more. So anyway, but yeah, they had like elongated skulls apparently. And it's this, the kind of theory is that like, these are the original like tests of trying to make humans kind of.
Oh, interesting. But like, where did they find these tombs or these sarcophagi?
Forget.
Or these sarcophagi?
Maybe in the Amazon or maybe in Egypt.
Yeah, I wonder.
I don't know.
Am I tripping or wasn't there ancient pharaohs like prior to the pharaohs that we're aware of? Weren't the like first couple pharaohs like lived for like hundreds of years? I feel like I heard this recently.
I don't know. I mean,
where like the first couple pharaohs that like popped up when it came to like ancient Egypt or like and like very very ancient Egypt like that we know of that apparently their reign and yeah lasted like hundreds of years or maybe that's like in I don't know where I heard that. I need to like do more research before I talk about this shit.
Yeah, I did a
Anything
quick
pop up about that?
ChatGPT of it. I know that the like pharaohs, like they have written down like all their pharaohs, and it goes back like very far, and like it's kind of the modern Egyptologists would say that like oh like so back far that's actually like myth, and it's not actually real until a certain point, because it would mean like we're so much older than we actually are, according to them. So there's something like that, but I've never heard that like they used to live to be very old. But in the Bible, they talk about people being like 900 years old. Like I think Noah was like 900 years old or something like that.
And a giant? Am I tripping? Wasn't Noah a giant?
He wasn't. No, David killed a giant with his fucking
Goliath.
Killed Goliath, the giant. So Goliath was a giant. But yeah, again, I don't know if that means like an 8 foot tall dude with a huge dick, and he's just a little Jew, like
Just like a little 4 foot Jew, and it's like a 5'6" guy. Like
yeah.
that's like the actual.
He's like, I'm gonna
fight.
throw a rock at you. Yeah, it's like he was a giant. That guy. Hey.
First of all,
Hey,
you ever
hey.
seen someone actually use those things? I saw one on like TikTok recently. They would fucking fuck you up.
Oh yeah.
Like a well placed one of those would destroy you. Fuck that.
I mean,
Fuck getting hit by that. Also, imagine that dude's ego. Like the last thing you see is this little boy just slinging a rock at your fucking face, and then you're dead. You just like wake up in heaven. Like, really? That's what took me out? I would be pissed. If I woke up in the next life. Like, that's what took me out.
little rock boy.
And
dude,
then on
I
top of
wasn't
that-
even worried about him.
Not only that, but every time you check back on Earth, you're like, they're still talking about it. You know what I mean? Like they're still telling the fucking story.
They made that guy king. That's David, king of the Israelites. He was the king after that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh damn! I didn't. Yeah, I don't.
I believe that's King
which
David.
one takes.
Like
King David. He like. Damn.
Is the
Kill a
David
giant
who
with the rock.
slew Goliath the same King David in the Bible? Yeah, he became the king.
Nice. Man.
So, but yeah,
I wonder
Goliath
if we get to.
is so sad. That's so funny.
I just thought of an interesting idea for like a series. It'd be interesting if like we existed in a world or a universe where one of us, like just someone figures out that they can like talk to the other side, and not only talk to the other side, but show everyone else the other side, you know? And instead of like changing the world or like making things better, they just start a podcast. So it's just them like starting a podcast with like, yeah, just people from history, whatever. And but they never go into like, they don't ask the hard questions, you know? It's like, oh, what's it like on the other side? You know, they never go into that. They're just like, got a TV show now, guys. You gotta pay me, you know? You gotta pay me for the goods, for the entertainment.
It's pretty. That could be really great. It could be a really good TV show too, like an improv. Like if a really good historian was good at improv, you know, like. But
sure.
yeah, interviewing Goliath would be. That's episode 1. You get Goliath. Yeah.
He's just pissed.
And he's like, dude,
He's,
I
like, so
saw
big.
that. I saw him throw the rock, and I just thought it wasn't gonna hurt. And then, like, you know, like I was like, there's so much going on. It's a war, and so I see this kid throwing a fucking rock, and I'm like, I'm not even worried about that. And then he hit, and then I'm
Wasn't even
dead.
thinking
Like,
about it.
dude, it wasn't even saw him throw it.
He's like in
I
the
saw him
frame
throw it.
like this. Like, he can't even like fit in the frame.
Yeah,
He's like-
yeah. He's so big. Yeah. I saw him throw it. I just was like, huh. And then boom, that's it. Like, wow. It's like I see him around here sometimes, and man, we just laugh. Like it's crazy.
He's like, it's trouble for me. Like I play pickup games now. If somebody throws something at me, I flinch. I can't even like.
Yeah,
can't
I'm
play
so
pickup games
flinchy now.
anymore. I
Yeah,
play baseball.
yeah. Oh, that's good. That would be really good. All right. Well, I guess we'll pick it up. I kind of want to. I mean, we can research as we go and like pull things up, but I would like to guess less. You know, when I'm with
Me
what I'm
too.
saying at least.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is also
So
a
when we
good
come
place
back-
to like idiots fact checking themselves. You know, like if we're just patient enough.
Yeah, true. Tell us in the comments. What do you think of giants? What do you think of giant? It'd be so funny if we got a bunch of. Oh man, for some reason it makes me think that like somewhere in the world there's like a giant like that has internet access, you know, that just goes around scouring the internet for videos of people talking about giants, just so he can be like, no, they're not real. None of this is real. This is all fake. This is bullshit. It's all like
Giants
just
are fake.
one giant guy with like, yeah, his little like his pinky finger just trying to like hit the keys.
Yeah.
Giants
It's
are
just
fake.
like it's always like 3 letters at once when he's typing. Yeah. He has to use like a pencil, like try to like get it. It's like K-I.
All
The
right.
thing with me with the giant doors. Well, okay, we can I'll just like
No. Okay, no.
the
Let's go,
giant
let's go.
doors.
Giant doors. What's up? Okay, what about it?
You'd make a bigger building. Like you're a giant, so you're gonna go in this giant door, but then you're in a building that's like the ceiling is right, or like not that much higher than you. You would just
Giant door with
you
little
wouldn't have a lot
hallways?
of room. It's just like it's not that big of a building that, like to scale, if you're the giant, you know, and like people like big grand shit. My neighbors have these giant fucking like 2-story awnings going into their house. They're not giant.
True.
It's just like it's cool because it's big, so it feels spacious. High ceilings. I don't know. The doors
Maybe
don't
so.
do it for me. But the like, how the fuck did people build this in 1890s? How did they build it in 2 years? If that's true, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued at that.
Yeah, see, that makes me think of like research. Like, how would you even know that? Is like, did somebody write it in the fucking like architectural digest back then? You know what I mean? Like, how do you even know that? Was it people like writing it? Was it receipts from like buying the stone around the corner? Like, who the fuck is out there
they're
doing the
just
research for
looking
that
at
shit?
like it's like the websites that say what it's either Wikipedia or like maybe the building had like if it's the Capitol building, maybe there's a website that says when the building was built. But
True.
yeah,
Another
it's
question
not
I
like whoever's go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say is when it comes to Tartaria in general, or like the Tartarian Empire, or the myth of Tartaria, are there any books that predate the 1800s that exist about that? Because I feel like I was like home in Panama recently, and I saw my stepdad for like I think a day, and like I talked to him for like maybe like an hour, which was just him telling me all this crazy shit, which is usually how it goes. He just like talks forever and doesn't know how conversations work, so he's just talking at me, and
Mm-hmm.
everything he said was just like random YouTube videos that I've seen, or like random TikToks that I've seen that he's just like expanded into. Now this is what my belief is in the world, you know. So I'm just like, unfortunately, yeah, I have to be like, fuck, this just sounds like dumb internet shit as opposed to actual real world historical myth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the people with these videos, like, where are they basing their facts? Because like, yeah, to me, it's at least feels more likely that they're just incorrect about some of these facts than a civilization making massive buildings that mostly got torn down, but a few got left up. I just don't get the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I mean, it's fun to look at, but then
It's
again,
fun to
I
look
like- I
at,
like
and I'm
Mermaid.
glad we're thinking about it and talking about it, and it gives me pause. But because I looked at that thing, I get like, as I'm swiping, I get like the weird shit. And there's this one guy, and all he does is go to like old buildings. He just like points at stuff, goes like, make it make sense, make it make sense, as if that like, he's like New York City. This is the Manhattan Bridge. Make it make sense. As if that's just like, wow, I can't make it make sense. Dude, he must be right. I can't make it make sense. He's like, just make it make sense. It's like fucking. So I don't know. Anyway, there's probably some truth in it. Some history does get destroyed or just lost, you know. But
Yeah.
But
I
all
don't know.
right, we're getting through it. We're getting through it.
Yeah.
All right. I love you.
Well,
It's good to see you.
love you too. Good seeing you as well.
And I'll see you.
Are we gonna do
I'll see you next time.
next week around the same time?
Stay boys, stay friends.